survive year after year. Either way, the stem's job is to support the leaves, reach for the sun. But it grows like the interstate highway system, silent and flow, distribute all the necessary goods between the roots and the leaves. What are you going to do with your other
Everybody knows that you can find out how old a tree is by counting its roots. But do you know why? Each spring and summer, New Zealand and foam are made just inside the bark of a tree trunk. Every growth spurt leaves behind a distinct tree. This tree was about 52 years old when it was cut down. But age isn't the only thing that can tell us. You can tell if there's a wet or a dry year by the size of the bay. When lots of water moves through the silo, you get a wide one. Less rain makes a narrower one. And where is that water coming from?
high tide from the roots.
That's for spiraling long-term professional. Jack knows roots, especially those of the dandelion. Ouch. One of a root's main jobs is to anchor the plant in place. A large fat root, the kind a dandelion or a carrot has, is called a taproot. Impressive, isn't it? With most plants, there's at least as much stuff below the ground as there is above it.
Full of weeds, you gotta get the whole root right down to the root cap. It covers the only part of the root that actually grows, the root tip. If you leave it in the ground, the whole thing might sprout up again. The root hairs don't look like much, but they take in all the plant's nutrients out of the soil. And in case you haven't heard enough about these guys already, Zal and Bo are in there too, standing by to transport water and sugar to your thing.
Not all plants burrow with the central taproot. Some, like grass, go with the theory that many roots are better than one. Fibrous roots are particularly good at hanging on to dirt.
Some roots are also their plant's food sources. Plant needs the roots to grow and survive. It converts the food back into energy.
Unless we get to it first, of course. Just think, when you eat a carrot, you're really chewing up roots. Here comes an extra credit experiment. Getting down with roots. One of the most amazing things about roots is their unfailing sense of direction. When you plant a seed, the root always seems to know which way to go. Down. I wondered if we could trick one to grow in the opposite direction. The hypothesis for our experiment is roots will always grow down. You don't need many materials for this experiment. Just a plastic food bag with some wet paper towels inside, a stapler, and some bean seeds. First, we put the bean seeds in the bag, keeping them about 3 finger widths apart.
Then I did some precision stapling.
The idea is to place 4 bean seeds in the bag positioned every which way. That would mean that their position in the bag doesn't have anything to do with growing downward.
It's a little tricky getting the seed stapled in place, but I'm good at it.
When Jack was done amusing himself with the stapler, we made sure the bag was tightly closed to sealing the moisture, and we took it to a sunny window.
We attached the bag to the window with a device I like to call the sniper. It does a great job of keeping the bag in just the right spot. Of course, you could just use a paper clip.
We checked every day to see that the seeds were still moist, and we waited for the roots to appear. On day 5, the roots began to pop out. Sure enough, no matter how the seed was situated in the bag, all the roots were headed for the floor.
Feel down, man.
And then we waited some more. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. On day 7, the roots were about 3 centimeters long, and still heading gracefully downward. We decided to pull the old switcheroo.
I carefully released the sniper and turned the whole bag upside down.
We kept recording our notes and waited a few more days. On day 10, we turned the bag around and checked it out. Those little roots had definitely changed direction and were all pointed down in one direction.
The roots are affected by law of gravity.
Threat. It's not just a good idea. It's the law.
Our conclusion was that roots follow gravity down.
It's called geotropism. Just because a plant can't see or hear like you and me doesn't mean it's completely in the dark. Hey, how do I get out of here? A tropism is a plant's response to an outside influence. It directs plant growth or movement.
Right, like there's phototropism, the tendency of a plant to grow towards the light. Or pigmentropism, that's when a plant responds to touch like this mimosa plant. Or a Venus flytrap when it closes.
Cool. While Anna was tied up with tropisms, I thought I'd borrow her laptop to check in with Kelly. She told me about a plant that really knows how to move. Spanish moss is in Spanish. You can find it in Louisiana and Florida, among other places. And it isn't moss either. Would you believe it's actually related to the pineapple? But it takes more than a weird name to achieve Mondo Bizarro status. Here's a plant that doesn't have any roots at all. So how's it get its water and nutrients? Sucks them right out of the tropical air, especially down to the leaves. Kelly said Spanish moss is very romantic, and all I could say to that was,
Get your mitts off my computer!
I guess it was time to learn about these.
Yup, like xylem, we were flowing upwards where the plant makes food.
Xylem?
Come on, Jack, you remember xylem. Along with phloem, it's part of a plant's vascular system. It carries water up from the ground while phloem transports sugar everywhere. In all vascular plants, you can find phloem and xylem in the stem. Whether that stem is woody and strong or green and glistening. You can also find them in the roots, both fibrous roots and taproot roots.
Then I bet we'll find it in leaves too. Hey, check out how many different kinds there are. There are simple leaves, like an oak leaf. Its blades made all in one piece. But compound leaves, like this one, have tons of blades. And pine leaves, can you believe those skinny, prickly roots are really leaves?
Then Jack told me if I were a leaf, I'd be compound, because there's nothing simple about me. But I'm not nearly as prickly as I pretend to be. So, I agreed to make our leaf cross-section chart.
And a beautiful graphic it is too. I see you've included the cuticle.
The waxy, water-repellent layer on the leaf exterior.
Beneath it is the epidermis.
Like our skin, the epidermis is a protective covering for the important stuff inside.
What's inside is the mesoderm, which is divided into two layers, the palisades layer and the spongy layer.
Palisades layer is where most of the plant's communication happens. Like a little green battery, chloroplasts are filled with chlorophyll that soak up sunlight. Later, that energy is used to convert water and carbon dioxide into sugar.
In the spongy layer, you find the paste, which contains the xylem and phloem.
I ruled. I knew they'd show up sooner or later. Why'd you put the stomata and guard cells on the bottom?
Some leaves have them on top too, but mostly you find them on the bottom. Stomata are like mouths that let things go in and out of the leaf. The guard cells are like lips, opening and closing the entry. As a byproduct of photosynthesis, the stomata release oxygen, which we need to breathe. We, in return, exhale the carbon dioxide they need to perform photosynthesis.
Oxygen is the only thing flowing out of the leaves. Every time there's a little stomata release, water vapor escapes.
The release of water is called transpiration. In the course of any day, an average tree plants fibers about 4 bags full of water.
Whoa! The one-thing package. You've got a food producer, a gas exchanger, and a moisture maker. And you thought leaves were just designed for making shade. And speaking of leaves, I think it's time we were leaving. Don't you?
Wait, don't leave yet. You'll miss the pop quiz.
I can grow used to that, I guess.
Question number 1. What do all plants have in common? A. They're all vascular. B. They all perspire. C. They all live in soil. D. None of the above.
The correct answer is B. Though many plants are vascular, many others, like mosses, are non-vascular. Plants don't perspire, they transpire. Though both of those things do result in moisture. And whoever said they all live in soil is really all wet. Remember Kelly's Spanish moss? How do you like wet? Question number 2 is just for you. What does the xylem do? A. It carries sugar throughout the plant. B. Makes beautiful music. C. It transports water and nutrients up from the roots to the rest of the plant.
Okay, music lovers, the answer is C. Water travels through the xylem. Sugar is transported by the flow. Question number 3. What does the stem do? A. All of the below. B. Connects the roots to the leaves. Or C. Helps the plant stand up tall so it can reach for the sun.
All of the below?
That's right. And aren't we all just little girls out of all of the above?
Question number 4. In which part of the leaf does photosynthesis occur? A. The stomata. B. It doesn't occur in the leaf at all. It happens in the roots. C. The mesophyll.
I'll take C, please. Photosynthesis occurs in chlorophyll, which are in the mesophyll. And finally, question number 5. Besides anchoring the plant in the soil and storing food, roots A. Make it hard to pull weeds. B. Take in water and nutrients. Or C. Release water into the soil.
It's B, of course, and it's one of the most important functions of roots in terms of plant growth. Next time you look at a plant, think about all those cells, tissues, and organs taken up with the roots, stems, and leaves. Together, they can form some of the most amazing feats on Earth. Because the structure of plants is one of nature's coolest engineering jobs.
Working, we still got 13 minutes before yeah, I think my You guys don't have a schedule? Did he give you a schedule? You guys do it. Yeah, I want to yeah, somebody is